and I don't know what's going on. Hello everybody, good morning, welcome to the vidIQ new user live stream, and today you're going to learn all about the vidIQ tool and we'll be answering your questions. Let's do this.
vidIQ.
vidIQ.com.
Hello everybody, good morning, welcome to the vidIQ new user live stream, and today you're going to learn we are going to be, as I say, looking at some of the main tools we use here at vidIQ, and Jeremy is going to be joining us imminently to take your questions and perhaps even look at your channels and maybe give you some support if you're wondering how to kickstart your channel to help it grow. So just before we do all that, we're going to do the beginner's guide, and we'll see you in a few minutes. Before watching this tutorial, please ensure that you have downloaded the vidIQ app from the Chrome Web Store. Simply search for vidIQ and click the Add to Chrome button. With that done, let's get started.
vidIQ.
vidIQ.com.
vidIQ upgrades your desktop YouTube experience to a whole new level, so let's look at some user interface changes first. On all YouTube pages, you will see this real-time stats bar that allows you to track your YouTube channel wherever you are on YouTube. Down the left-hand navigation panel, you will see new creator tools exclusive to vidIQ, which we'll touch on later. Also note that you can mouse over some of our tools, such as the video likes to dislikes ratio seen here, to uncover even more analytics. The same goes for our real-time stats bar and many other tools. The next thing to keep an eye out for is this vidIQ tool button. It does many different things on many different screens. For example, on the YouTube Video Manager page, it allows you to copy cards, send the video to Facebook and more. Wherever you see this button, click on it and see what you can do. Finally, when you install vidIQ, a Chrome extension button is added to your browser. Make sure to click on it, as it gives you shortcut links to important YouTube screens, as well as access to our web applications that give you further insights into your YouTube channel. vidIQ includes over 100 tools to help you research YouTube, discover the secrets behind successful videos, audit your own channel, and take action that helps you get more views and subscribers. When you perform a search on YouTube, vidIQ will add several key metrics to tell you what's happening behind the scenes. You'll be able to see monthly search volume and the performance of the top videos in that search term. The keyword score rates a term at a glance, weighing search volume against video competition. The higher the score, the more valuable the keyword is to produce video content for. vidIQ will also reveal the tags for each video, and you can click on these tags to launch our keyword inspector for even more insights, including interest over time for each keyword. The most viewed tool found on the left navigation panel lets you research YouTube in a completely new way. It shows you what's trending right now for your keyword based on views, video velocity or engagement. What makes this tool super powerful is that you can filter the search in unique ways, such as searching for the most viewed videos on Fortnite by channels between 1 and 10,000 subscribers. If that content is blowing up for them, maybe it can do for you too. If there is anything you need to know about any video on YouTube, our legendary scorecard is the place to go. From video insights to social media engagements, SEO data, video optimization, channel stats and more, this tool will help you uncover the secrets to the success of a video you're watching. The Competitors tool allows you to keep tabs on video creators who create content in your creative space. As with the most viewed tool, you can discover what content is working for them and add your voice to the conversation. One of the tools we are most proud of is the Channel Audit. It gives you an instant channel health snapshot and shows you which videos are performing best on your channel under different metrics. This is the content you should be producing more of. The channel tool also helps you improve your tags, titles and descriptions, as well as alerting you to quick fixes, such as where you have forgotten to add videos to playlists. vidIQ will help you take actions that give your content the best possible chance to flourish on YouTube. When you fill out your tags, titles and descriptions, our tools will suggest words and phrases that best suit and optimize your metadata. Our SEO score ensures your video has the visibility it needs on YouTube, and the checklist reminds you to do all those extra bits and pieces during the upload process. To further enhance your video's metadata, our Boost tool will suggest literally hundreds of tags that you can analyze and then add to your video with a single mouse click. We have a lot more tools we're excited to show you, including the best time to publish your videos on YouTube, our bulk SEO tool that analyzes old videos and suggests new tags to add, the comment template tool that lets you create stock answers to reply to stock comments with a single mouse click, and the trend alert tool that monitors key phrases for you and emails you when there may be videos that you need to watch. For detailed tutorials on all of the tools you've seen in this beginner's guide, plus dozens more, make sure to visit and subscribe to our vidIQ YouTube channel. On the right hand side, you can now watch 100 ways we can help you grow your channel through vidIQ and deep dives into all of the tools we've talked about today. Enjoy the rest of your video making day, and we'll see you on those other videos right now. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was your bite-sized teaser into the vidIQ software. Welcome back to the live portion of this new user webinar. And what we're going to do right now is bring in our resident YouTube expert, Jeremy Vess, who usually does host these webinars, but we've got some technical issues going on today. So I filled in to the anchorman role, but it's over to Jeremy now as he takes you through some more of the tools, and we're going to start answering your questions. So welcome, Jeremy, to your own webinar. Let's start taking a look at some of the stuff you've got to share with us today.
All right, sounds good. And I'm sharing my screen now. If you have any questions, definitely ask those in the chat. And we're also going to be doing some channel audits at the end, so feel free to let us know if you'd like us to audit your channel. And, you know, we're really excited that you're vidIQ users. Thank you for supporting us. And how can we help you? What are you struggling with as a creator? What is that one or two things that you just don't know how to do or you need help with? Let us know in the chat. The first thing I was going to do is I was going to just show you my favorite tool and how I use it. So my favorite tool is the channel audit tool. And essentially, what this tool does is this tool shows you how your channel is doing based on views, subscribers, and watch time month over month. When you scroll over these items on the top, you can actually see the views and subscribers month over month. And then down here, it actually shows you what your content's doing best on. So your best performing video based on views per hour, your best performing video based on engagement, views, subscribers gained, your competitors' best videos, the total watch time minutes, retention, playlists, and then videos that are suggesting your content that you don't own. So we have a really cool tool that shows you exactly how you're doing, what you're doing right, and you can take this data and you can actually double down and do more content that's doing really well. And then we also show this section that basically shows the content you're doing worst on. So the videos losing the most subscribers, the lowest views, lowest retention. So we show you what's working, what's not working. And then down here, if there was any red areas, you could click on them. So if you're missing a card, an end screen, a thumbnail, or a playlist, you can click on these and you can go add it right there. So this tool is how we're doing, what's working, what's not working, and what do you need to fix on your channel. So to me, it's probably one of the most powerful tools ever made in YouTube and video marketing. And I'm really excited to hear how much our users love this. So we're gonna go on now. Yes, this is a vidIQ Think. This is over on the left-hand side under Channel Audit. So it is a extension for the vidIQ. How does vidIQ tell you the numbers shown? Honestly, it's a long conversation, Clay, and there's a lot of metrics behind what we do. But it's all data-driven and numbers-driven. So Piano Tales asks, this subscriber button in the lower right-hand side, The way you do that is you go to channel, and Rob, that is called your
branding watermark.
Right. So you click on watermark or branding, one of the two, I forget what it is now, and you can upload a .png or JPEG. This is basically a square. I usually do like 800 by 800 or 600 by 600, and just make a square and then upload that. So having red and the word subscribe helps, because the actual function, actually you roll over it and you can subscribe in line to the video. So by using it as a subscribe button versus a branding watermark, personally, I think is a lot more effective, because you're just using it like a function of YouTube.
And just to add to everybody, I've added a link to a video that we did about this, and it includes the image that we used in that video. So that should help you out there as well.
All right. Can someone explain how to use this tool for end screens? I absolutely can. I'm going to go to an end screen real quick. Give me a second. And Rob, while I'm pulling this up, do you want to talk about our end screen tool?
So I'm not sure. Are you going to the end screen tool here, where we're going to be able to copy end screens from one place to the other? Is that where you're heading for now, Jeremy?
Yeah.
So we do have this option here where you can actually copy end screens. I think we don't. So we don't include it in this screen, Jeremy, from what I remember, because end screens already has its own templates. But if you went to a video manager page, I think, I'm trying to remember now, because we got interactive cards work a little differently from end screens. With end screens, YouTube included the functionality to copy templates from one place to the other. But if you went to a video manager page, we've got a vidIQ tool button just there, where you can actually copy the end screens there, and then you can you can put them on other videos. So it's an easy way to manage end screens from one particular place and put them and rather than having to jump from one end screen video page to the other, you can do it all within this video manager page, as Jeremy's showing you here. The other thing you can also do with our tools is, if you go, Jeremy showed you the channel audit tool at the very beginning of this instructional. We include a lot of the YouTube data that's hidden quite a lot here. So Jeremy, if you just want to go back to the channel audit here, one of the middle section, I think about halfway down, gives you analytics on what's actually working best for your channel audit, for your end screens. So that would tell you whether when you use a best for viewer end screen, if that works best, or the subscribe count, or the external links. So when it shows, which it does there, so if you scroll to the middle and then bang in the center of the screen there, it's showing us that the most clicked on end screens are actually most recent upload. And actually, I didn't realize that. So that's actually telling me something right here now, that maybe instead of using directed end screens, I should use one. Well, they're all very similar there. They're all about 3.5%. So there isn't too much difference there. But it's telling us that maybe associated website isn't working that well, and the subscribe button. So maybe we need to be more active, like pointing to the subscribe button when it's there. So yeah, the two tools there. The one that allows you to copy from one place to the other, and in the channel audit there, it's bringing those analytics to the surface.
All right, very, very cool. So when vidIQ says not enough search volume for search queries reports, is it always 100% accurate, or maybe sometimes inaccurate? Rob, my opinion on this is there are some glitches and bugs that happen sometimes with data, because we're parsing a lot of this information from all over the web, right? So there are definitely going to be times where, when you see that, it could be a data issue, maybe not on our side, maybe on YouTube or someone else's side. That is possible. A lot of the times, even if you go to like Google Trends for YouTube, for example, a lot of times they don't even have enough data. I would say, good, 10, 20, 30, maybe 50, 60% of the time, a term is too niche to where they don't even have enough search volume to give this data.
And when it's new data as well, it can take maybe 24 hours for us and Google to get more accurate information on it, for us to be able to tell you what's accurate and what's not.
And Clay, yes, we are we're certified by YouTube. We are also a YouTube and Google partner. So we have a deep relationship with YouTube. So we're getting the most accurate API information they give, period. Would you say that was true, Rob?
Yeah, we went through compliance. I think the last big compliance that we went through was about 6 months ago, where we make sure that if YouTube asks us to change things, tweak things, make sure that we can still get our data, we do that. So yeah, we are fully compliant with YouTube.
And if my video is 7 minutes long, will adding an end screen remove part of my video?
So the answer to that is no. An end screen basically puts a graphic on screen in your existing part of your video, and it lasts for up to 20 seconds. So let's say the video is 7 minutes long, you put an end screen on, it will appear at 6 minutes 40, or you could maybe change the length of it, and you've just got to consider the position of the end screen on your video, so like it doesn't cover up your face if you're on screen, or cover up something important on screen. So it doesn't affect the video length, it's just there at the end.
Yeah, and best practice would be to probably add 10 or 20 seconds to your video with call to actions and telling people what to do. Personally, I like to have half of the screen split and just a white or black background, so that all the end screen elements fit on there nicely, while the other side, someone is on the screen telling you what to do. All right, so we're going to move on. Feel free to keep on asking questions. I think we've answered most of them. And I'm going to get on to channel audits now. Feel free to specifically ask questions about our software. Feel free to ask questions about just your YouTube journey as well. That's fine. But we're definitely here to support your use of vidIQ as well. So the first audit I'm going to go to, I don't know how to pronounce that, and I'm not going to try.
Sir Boborus, I'm going to go for. Sir Boborus.
I'm sure is a lot better than my attempt. Congratulations on reaching 100 subscribers. That's a huge goal. We're really proud of you. I'm guessing, Rob, this is a gaming.
Looks to be, but I don't recognize the main game, if there is one at the top just yet.
It kind of seems like this channel's done a lot of different stuff.
Yeah, I'm seeing Call of Duty, PUBG, Rainbow Six, so it looks as if it's first-person shooters, but not necessarily a specific one for any length of time. But there's also 3 a.m. challenges as well, so a lot going on here.
Yeah, so one of the easiest ways to really grow a channel is to focus on a concept or a topic. Or maybe have a series of videos. Maybe you have 2 or 3 series. One could be, Fortnite or whatever games you play. But I would do a consistent series where every week a video would come out within that series. Another thing I highly suggest is finding the terms people are searching for within those games, and then making your titles around those terms people are searching for. And then finally, I would highly recommend trying to get your thumbnails a little better. And what do I mean by better, Rob?
First of all, start off with not just what looks to be freeze frame clips from the videos themselves. They probably need a bit more focus on them. Like if there is a story being told in the thumbnail in the video, then that thumbnail should represent that in some way. And I think the top 4 thumbnails in the middle top 4 thumbnails in the top row, I can't even see what they're about. Look, I think they're like channel reviews of some kind. The top ones.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think that's what they are, but I can't really tell anything beyond that. So yeah, certainly start using custom thumbnails, I think, is the first thing to certainly concentrate on. I mean, there are maybe one example, calling out Battle ITM. That's a custom thumbnail there. But other than that, yeah, I've not seen too many.
Cool. Yeah, so in summary, we recommend you focus your content on in series. Like, let's say you're doing in the next 2 years, you do 200 videos on a specific game. Beyond that, it's going to be very tough to rank specifically for a game. So I'd really think about what people are searching for. For example, when I do this on Fortnite, what you're going to see, hopefully, well, that didn't work. But you're going to see things like Fortnite Dance, Fortnite Funny Moments, Fortnite Season 6. So you want to get as long tail as you can and make a long phrase that people are searching for, and then make content around that. It's definitely in most games not enough to make a video about a game. I would have your own flavor. One person I work with does retrospectives to video games. Other people talk about hardware and software needs specific to that game. So there's always a way to answer questions that people are asking about the game that other people may have not done. So in order to grow, you need to think way bigger outside of the box and then drill down a lot more to specific things people are searching for in the game. Our resident game nerd, Rob, do you have anything to add to that?
Lapsed resident game nerd. Other than the gaming market is very tough, we'll be honest with that. There's a lot of people who want to be gaming YouTubers. So when you are really passionate about a video game, you will know a lot about it. You've got to try and transfer that knowledge into your video content. So it's not just good enough to be doing a video about Rainbow Six or Fortnite. You have to know something unique, impressive, or special about that content to diversify yourself from other video creators. So just think along those lines. What can I offer? Or why do I watch gaming channels? Is it because they tell me something new, or they're really good at the game? Those are the sort of things you've got to consider as a video creator yourself.
And before we get to the next audit, I'm just going to answer a few more questions.
Sure.
So vidIQ, is there a certification program available or in the works for vidIQ, or possibly a partner program? That's actually a really good question, and it's actually in my passion to do. I've said this to the company many times. I want to actually get people vidIQ certified. What do you think, Rob? Is that a good idea?
So you see, I thought I interpreted this question as if there's a certification for YouTube, but I guess we're talking about becoming certified vidIQ experts to right. teach people on how to use a program.
Or I think, resell, become an affiliate, partner. Yeah, I think it's a phenomenal idea, and it's actually something I have recommended many, many times. And what I like about it is, for example, let's say we go get a couple of thousand more affiliates. I would love to make people, be vidIQ certified before they're allowed to become an affiliate. How cool would that be?
Yeah. We are often asked about becoming affiliates, and if people were to become, I guess, brand ambassadors for vidIQ, that would be awesome to share all the knowledge that we have to help everybody grow their channels.
So the short answer is we want to do it. I think we're all on board with this idea. We just have to figure out when we can do it, because we're pretty busy.
Time, money, and resources. It's the old cliche.
So UNA Workshop asks, is this a good beginning of the title? Wood jewelry, according to vidIQ. So I'm going to do this with you right here on screen. And type in wood. Whoa, that's not wood. Wood jewel. And Rob, what do you think about wood jewelry? Do you think this is going to be a good one?
I think as your core keyword, I think it's a good start. I don't know if this is going to be attached to how to make wood jewelry or how to buy wood jewelry. I don't know if that's going to be more appropriate. I mean, I'm already seeing some here like how to make wooden pendants, epoxy and wood jewelry, how to make secret wood pendants. So straight away, there's two keywords of pendants there that are coming up.
Yeah, so the first question we have for you, UNA Workshop, is Are you teaching people how to do this? Are you selling it? That's going to be a big thing. But the first thing Rob and I like to do, let me turn this little Zoom thing off, is we like to simply let YouTube tell us what people are searching for. So, for example, the first thing people seem to be searching for is resin wood jewelry or DIY jewelry box, or tutorials. So this gives us a good starting point to understand the universe of keywords that people are searching for within your industry. So the first thing you have to say is, okay, am I teaching people how to do it? Am I selling stuff? What is the videos about? From there, we typed in the word wood jewelry, and we show vidIQ shows 223,881 monthly searches for this term. So that's a very big term. However, when we go into vidIQ search volume and the competition score, we have a 68. And the reason we have a 68 is this is based on how many times people search for this term and how competitive this term is. So if you're a small channel, you really probably won't rank very well for very competitive terms. So in this particular case, my recommendation would be something like, resin wood jewelry box or DIY wood jewelry box. I would do that, something like that, for 10 or 20 videos. Obviously, I would add to the end of the videos on specifically what that one video is about. But Rob, what am I missing here?
I'm seeing some good windows of opportunity in the general wood jewelry keyword, because again, one of the tools vidIQ has is showing you the subscriber count. So I'm actually seeing channels here with 400 subscribers that are getting 7,000 views, and one here with 3,000 subscribers getting 30,000 views. So that shows us that there is a potential lack of competitive or not enough of supply versus demand. I mean, the keyword's supporting that as well. So I think you're onto potentially a good keyword here, but like as Jeremy says, you will have to maybe niche down a little bit depending on your channel size, and especially in the run up to Christmas, because now we've also got to think about trending content. This is a perfect gift idea. I would be trying to get 10 videos done in the next month, like 2 a week if possible, to really hit that Christmas theme, because I would assume that this search term is going to rise over the next at least month, I would say.
All right, we're going to answer a couple more questions, then we're going to get into a lot of these audits. By the way, hi, live stream universe. I'm really excited you're here. That's awesome. If we're going to be on his show, talking about vidIQ tomorrow, which is pretty cool. If you want to stop a poor performing video from hurting your channel, is there a difference between setting it to private, deleting it, how the algorithm treats it? So I guess the question is, let's say you have a video doing really bad, low watch time, low retention, low views, low engagement. Rob, no pressure, but is it better to delete that video or set it to private?
Well, I've got a bit of a counter question here, just before we answer it, is why do you think it's actually hurting your channel? I mean, is it because it had a lot less views than every other video on your channel, or because it's old now and it's just not getting any views? I would like to know what he means by a poor performing video. But to answer the question, you should never really delete content, because that means you're going to lose whatever views and watch time you gain from that. So setting it to private would probably be the safer thing to do, because who knows, you might be able to reinvigorate this video in the future if you wanted to by maybe redoing the titles, metadata, thumbnail. There might still be good content in the video. So I think delete unless there is a copyright strike, or it's hurting your channel in the sense of it's damaging the channel through claims and strikes and suspensions. That's the only time I would really ever consider deleting a video. What do you think, Jeremy?
Yeah, I think normally when you set something to unlisted or private, I mean, the views are going to be removed and the engagement and things like that from the front end of YouTube. So I don't typically delete videos. Because when you set it unlisted or private, pretty much YouTube ignores it. You know, they remove the views from it. It still counts towards your, as far as we know, we think it still counts to your 4,000 hours, you know, to become monetized. But right now, I don't think it matters if you delete it or set them to private. I think it's about the same thing. All right, we're going to get into some channel audits. We have several to go through, so we're going to do these quickly. Soap School. What do you think about this, Rob?
I love the channel banner. It tells me instantly what the channel's about. 4,000 subscribers, so I think it sounds like you've probably already had some success in this area. I think the channel banner can maybe do with a little bit of a freshen up, make it look a little more modern. The Sarah Jane's face might get sliced off in mobile app. I'd have to check that, but I think some generally good stuff coming out. I've seen a couple of thumbnails down here, and again, they look promising.
Yeah, and you know, my suggestion on the banner is to actually show, like, you have some soap on the right-hand side, but it's really not part of the banner. And what I mean by that is, I would blend all the backgrounds, you know, to one background.
Yeah, I agree.
I would probably also have, like, let's say like 4 or 5 different soaps sitting, and I would show like different, like, you know, show some soap, like, so people can immediately identify what your channel's about. Make the logo smaller, definitely. And then instead of Soap School here in the icon, the channel icon, I would probably have soap, like actually have a bar of soap there that looks cool.
Yeah, a bar of soap that says maybe maybe SS wouldn't, no. I'll take that back, but yeah, a bar of soap.
Maybe the swoosh of your logo,
yeah,
something like that. All right, so we're gonna sort by most popular, and you know what's really cool, Rob? When we sort by most popular, a lot of the times you can tell why those videos did well. So what's a telltale sign that a video is probably gonna do better when we sort it like this?
So it's usually a good topic in the title, and usually a good thumbnail, but I'm seeing that the most popular ones here, the thumbnails, it's from 2 years ago, so it looks like a freeze frame, but maybe it was why should you attend Soap School? So I think that's an intriguing title. I think that's the strength of that one. And it's a little, I would imagine that there aren't too many videos on YouTube that have a title of why you should attend Soap School. It's a very niche area, so I would imagine that if you did a search on that, that's probably at the top of the search rankings for that particular one.
We'll do that in a second. So, you know, I think your thumbnails are very decent. I think they can be better. I think, like, for example, if you look at the chocolate Nutella or tomato and paprika soaps, those are phenomenal, but I don't necessarily think you need the text here. Maybe just one word like soap. And one thing I suggest you do is to go look on the vidIQ channel and look at Rob's thumbnails. His thumbnails kick butt. They're very, very good. And the reason is they show the 3 E's: eyes, emotion, and excitement. They also have a lot of contrast, and they're very sharp and crisp and very colorful and very inviting. I think that your thumbnails are very decent. I think if you spend a lot more time here, you could possibly, you know, get a lot more views, because basically how it works is YouTube's going to serve up your video on the right-hand side and under suggested videos, and then people are going to click on them at a certain percent. YouTube calls this click-through rate. So if your click-through rate's extremely low because your thumbnails don't stand out and aren't better than all of your competitors, then what's going to happen is YouTube's probably going to stop serving as many if your click-through rate's really, really low. Right, Rob?
Yeah, I was just looking at the middle row here, which and the background image, they all look fantastic. But then the challenge is for Sarah is look at the thumbnails, look at the text, and look at the titles, and you'll find that the title repeats what's in the thumbnails, so it's redundant information. So yeah, as Jeremy was saying, like, just take away almost all of that text and maybe include a descriptor instead. That might be like the smell that comes from it, or like zany or zesty, or just one word that maybe describes the soap within the thumbnail. I think that'd be much more powerful, and then it gives the viewer a chance to see the thumbnail itself. I'm looking at this one. DIY botanical soap. I think that's a good example. Again, they are just regurgitating the title again, but you get a much clearer image of the soap there, which I think is really powerful.
Yeah, and I clicked on just how to make soap, and I wanted to see there's 178,000 monthly searches for this term. One suggestion I would give you is to maybe make a series on how to make soap, and then the different types of soap would be the names of each one. Rob, would that be a direction you would head for this channel? I know she has on some of these how to make Moroccan soap, but I would actually put the words how to make soap together. I wouldn't separate those terms.
How to make soap, and then what, colon, and then the actual soap itself. How to make soap, colon, Moroccan Savon Bledon Hammam. I'm not sure if I pronounced that right, but that was my best attempt.
Or how to make soap like a pro. 7 easy steps on how to make soap.
Yeah.
So you want it to be natural speak. You don't want to be stuffing keywords into a title. But if you consistently use how to make soap, you're going to consistently show up higher for the honeymoon phase of a new video for like 7 to 72 hours. You're going to consistently be showing up more. So if you put, 2 or 3 videos out a week, and you get higher ranking for these new videos with the new tag for a few days, then theoretically you could be ranking higher for how to make soap or DIY soap 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. All right. Any more things to add to this one before we move on?
I don't. Just maybe have a quick look at the playlist. I think being a tutorial and how-to channel, it might be good to see if they're using effective playlists, and the answer is no. So I think definitely create a series of playlists on. I don't know whether you want to divide them by continent, like you have African soaps or European soaps or whatever, or the various making elements. And I think that creating playlists would also help you create video series as well.
All right, and always look at your competitors, see who's working, who's doing the best, and don't necessarily steal what they're doing, but emulate them, and learn from them. I
wonder how many soap school competitors there are. That's an interesting question.
Believe it or not.
I always ask that question thinking there's not many, and Jeremy always comes back with, this is a huge area, there's lots going on. So what?
Underwater basket weaving, that's huge right now. All right, Piano Tales. Rob, what do you think of this banner?
This is one of these where I think it's the top of somebody's personal homepage website where it has an image of something, but it doesn't tell us anything about the channel necessarily. Piano Tales is the name of the channel. So is that a tutorial channel, or is it stories of how music is played on the piano? And I think the channel banner would help us establish that. So generic, I think, is how I would describe the channel banner.
Yeah, I like from a visual arts perspective, I like it. However, it doesn't tell me in 3 or 5 seconds what and why I should care about your channel. So establishing this, what is the channel about? Why does it matter to me? In a concise, 3 to 7 word sentence is pretty critical. Not only on YouTube, but also on your website and, Facebook and other places for people to identify if you're what they want or need. So it's really important. I've
got a question here for Pedro then. So what I'm seeing is that you are a channel of significant size, just judging from your view counts, but you've hidden your subscriber count. So I'm just wondering why you've done that. It feels to me as if you now included your subscriber count, this may add a little bit of authority to your channel. I know some people hide it when they're a very small channel, but I'm guessing you're in the tens of thousands here as a channel, if not hundreds of thousands. So that's a question for you in the chat.
I'm a big believer of never hide your subscriber count ever, because you're talking to humans. Humans are watching your stuff, and humans, they need this. People are going to subscribe to you whether you have 300 or 300,000 subscribers. That's not really matter. But there is a threshold, like over 1,000 or 10,000 or 100,000 subscribers, that social proof becomes the reason your channel grows. And with the level of views you have, I'm guessing you have, probably over 10,000 subscribers. I could be wrong.
He's just answered in the chat. He's got 500 plus, moving to 1,000. So we might need to investigate where the views are coming from, because this is a very impressive channel for very impressive views
for not that many subscribers. So we're also going to look into that. So one thing I want to do is make sure Rob did post a video a little above where we are in chat. And it's telling you how to use our subscribe branding watermark and the URL for it. So I would definitely use that link to start if you don't have. My computer's running slow. We're doing another live stream, so my computer's slow. Bear with me. But yeah, I don't think you have this branding watermark on the right-hand side. So you definitely add that. That should add subscribers. What other ways could he add subscribers? Maybe in the video itself, tell people, hey, if you like this video, make sure you subscribe in the first 30 seconds and at the end. What else, Rob?
And maybe some graphical calls to actions in the videos. I mean, just looking at this one, this one looks to be like a full performance of. Okay, so it's not. It looks like it's more of a biography or a full-length television program or film documentary. Wow, this is certainly high production stuff that we're seeing here. And Pedro was just telling us that he's paid for some ads on this content, so I think that's why it's getting a lot more views. So I think, along with the channel banner and some other elements, it feels like there's probably some very good content here, but it's not what you might describe YouTube optimized, in the sense that you've got people to watch this content, but you need to make your channel a destination. So once they've watched one video, they subscribe and they then going to return to watch more of your content.
Yeah, and you know, I think you're in a weird, Pedro, you're in a weird place, because it seems like you're an entertainer and an educator. And I can tell you that entertainers, you know, especially celebrity musicians, can do really, really well. And then people answering specific questions on how to play blah, blah, blah song or something, piano or chords. Those videos do really well, but you're kind of a blend of both. So I have a couple of suggestions for you. One suggestion, and honestly, I can't read your language, so you could already be doing this. Just make sure you're using terms people are searching for. And then I would also make specific videos on your music, you know, and your brand, and try to get, you know, your celebrityness shown. And then the third piece of advice I would have is, if you have original pieces, let's say you have 4 hours worth of music that you have original copyrights to, there is a huge, and I'm actually going to show you, if you go to YouTube, if you go to trending on the left hand side, and then you go to live, the live tab, there is a huge new trend in music. Rob, what is this trend?
So this would be, in particular for music, is channels putting a collection of their playlists, whether it be ambient music, pop music, or music to work to, and they just run that 24 hours a day, and it's almost like creating radio stations on YouTube.
And here's one right now. It's like a 24-hour day radio station. So my suggestion to you is, let's say you have 4 hours of original music. You put that on a loop live 24 hours a day. And then look at this. There's 4,000 and almost 5,000 people watching calm piano music right now. So calm piano music 24/7. So imagine if you took your content that you own and you made a live stream and you just put it on the loop and you just loop that thing 24/7. You could get a lot of potential views from people listening to calm piano music or whatever piano music. So that would be one suggestion. It's a huge deal. There are, like, this rainy jazz here. There's 8.4 thousand people listening right now to relaxing jazz. So there is an absolutely ton of music channels blowing up by staying live 24/7. Highly, highly encourage that one as well. We're going to move on. All right, so let's go to the next channel. All right, you're about to hit 100 subscribers. Congratulations to that. Couple of things on the banner. I don't know what you do, and now I have to dig and kind of like go to the about section and figure out what you do. So I would definitely put a mission statement or a what and why branding statement at the top banner. I would possibly put the people that are in the videos, you know, their faces here, or your team. People relate to people on YouTube. You know, eyes are the window to the soul, and subconsciously they're the connection point and why people would watch your channel. People don't really watch brand channels very well on YouTube. They watch people. People want to interact and learn to know and you know, connect with other humans. So humanize your banner here. And then honestly, all of your titles are not the answers that people are asking. Right, Rob? What do you think about that? So instead of them being the answers, for example, digital PR, how to qualify media targets, or tangible content, how to win big with content in niche. Instead of that, basically, let's talk about like, okay, let's just do one on content marketing. So people are searching for content marketing strategy, video content marketing, how to do content marketing. So boom, I'm going to click on how to do content marketing. And then it's funny how many of our friends show up on everything. You know, it's funny. This is a really good example. So I know 4 of the top 5 people, and they don't even do necessarily content marketing. They just are really smart in answering questions people have. I started working with Jessica last year. She had 0 subscribers, and she's at 21,000 subscribers today in 1 year. So Roberto, a dear friend of vidIQ, he has almost 400,000 subscribers, and Amy's almost at 300,000. And the reason they are all showing up is because they know people are asking this question, how to do content marketing. And Jessica has 7,000 views, Roberto has 16,000, and Amy has 14,000 views. So answering questions, specifically how people are asking them, is kind of the key to a new channel. Rob, what do you have to add to that before we move on?
So yeah, if we talk about the heroes of the content here, notice how all of the people you just mentioned are front and center in the thumbnails. And if we go back to the channel that we're reviewing, the thumbnails here look more like the starts of PowerPoint slides. So I don't think they're very effective. Like I'm looking at them now on your screen, Jeremy, and I can read success with sports content, and then I can't read any of the other text on that thumbnail.
It keeps the text minimal.
Yeah,
absolutely minimal and huge. Like text should not be a crutch for a thumbnail. It should be a way to support the visual storytelling. So
if you just click on that video, let's just have a quick look. I want to see like how this one, yeah, the one that you're on. I just want to see how it's presented. I want to know if it's slides or there's a person talking. I want to get a feel of what's going on within the video. If your computer can hack it today, Jeremy, we do.
Yeah,
all right.
We have another live stream going on my computer, so I apologize for the delay, but.
All right, so I could see there in that little preview thumbnail that, yeah, so there's 2 people there talking about success with sports content. So these 2 chaps should be front and center on the thumbnail with maybe sports content success, or like even less text than that on the thumbnail.
Yeah, I would definitely have these 2 guys, you know, on the thumbnail. And then one thing I would recommend highly is to have maybe 2 different camera angles, or to zoom in deeper. You really need to move this scene every 7 to 9 seconds if you want people to keep people's attention.
Is there any B-roll that we know? If we just quickly mouse over the time,
a little, but not really, not enough.
Yeah, it looks to be just so maybe some lower third graphics, but yeah, we're not maybe not switching to text there. And we don't mean to necessarily criticize your content specifically. It's just on YouTube, attention spans. People are usually on there more in leisure time, generally speaking, and so there's maybe a bit of a less attention span. So like switching from clip to clip, even like every 20 seconds or 30 seconds, just to keep the viewer interested.
All right, this next channel, honestly, I don't think you have enough focus, and I don't have the language. I don't know how to read this. But I don't think you have enough content yet really for us to really audit this. My recommendation is to re-listen to this video about everything we talked about at the banners, everything we talked about on thumbnails, and then create content in a focus. So every week, make it one video, make it about a bigger topic, and just keep on every week getting 1% better. We're going to move on to the next audit here. That's not an audit, so I've got one here.
That's our own audit there.
Yeah, we're auditing our audit tool. All right, livestreamuniverse.com. So Rob, what do you think about the banner here?
It's too simple, I think, at this point. We haven't. I mean, one thing I would probably be wanting to see here, I don't know if this matches your color brand, is if anything associated with live usually includes a red element in it or a record button or something along those lines. So I think that would be useful. I can see in the channel logo that the presenter themselves or the channel owner is there. Maybe you need to transport yourself into the channel banner, and I don't know, maybe a value proposition as well. I can understand that it's like a live stream universe, but what are you trying to achieve here on your channel?
Yeah, one thing I would say is, I just see some videos. You have like some of the bigger YouTubers in the world.
Yeah, you could definitely maybe include some of them. You
like
sound like you look.
Daryl Lees. I would actually have them on the banner.
Yeah,
and I would have the banner would be you with celebrities. And the whole banner would be like a picture of like the stage and 500 people or something where it looks like a live stream. Again, you need to make this channel way more personal. Personalize this, make this about you, and give people a reason to believe in you. So, I just got Evan Carmichael real quick. I need to slow down. What else do you have for him?
Let's have a look at, if you just want to click on the videos, let's have a general look.
Like the videos or a video?
Just the thumbnails, really. What I'm seeing here is, first of all, good that you're using custom thumbnails and that you have channel branding. Like we can certainly see that whenever you post a video, we know it's one of your videos, which I think is good. You're creating a sort of branding habits so that people can definitely see your content. I think these would maybe probably stick out as well on suggested videos. The one concern I have is that sometimes they're definitely too wordy. There's like some which have got far too much text in, but I can see that you're evolving that. But I still think that you need to simplify, because the people in the live streams or in the video content are less important than the text at this point. Like Nick Nimmin is a good example. I can see Nick Nimmin and a tiny picture of you, but then the text is dominating it. And do we need that? I mean, I'm not sure. I think it might be like 200k subs in 1 year. Like, is there any way to simplify that? Oh, hello, that's me. I think.
I was just showing. I was going to show him the most amazing Rob Wilson thing of all time. And what we want to show all of you guys right now is the difference, okay? So I can tell you right now that these top thumbnails without text do as well as thumbnails with text. Correct, Rob?
That's what we've found, yeah. We've certainly noticed as we've removed text from the thumbnails, I think click-through rates have increased
and you
around about 20%.
Like sometimes we use text. Sometimes it's important. But the story of why people watch that video, that's most important. What's important is the eyes, the whites of the eyes, your face really big, expressions, emotions, excitement, eyeballs, making sure that people understand you're human and give someone visually a reason to click. So feel free to use this as a template, starting with your color in the background that you do very well on branding, and then get into more emotion with your face and show I want to see Daryl Leave's face as big as Rob's here. I want to see Daryl having a silly face. And then people can relate to you guys better. And
then maybe like just 1 or 2 bits of text to connect with Daryl might be guru or expert rather than a long bit of text to try and describe what's going on. I think with a thumbnail, it's probably you don't want more than 3 elements to it. That would be like the hero, maybe an object, and then maybe a descriptor. If there's any more, then people are spending too long looking at the thumbnail trying to decode what the thumbnail is rather than saying, yeah, okay, I get that, I want to watch it, click.
I like that. Mine is background, the person, and then the visual story elements that explain what the video is about. But I like the hero. That's pretty cool. All right, next one. I actually like this banner. The only thing missing is kind of the what and why the channel is about. So I don't know if you're just showing cool birds or if you're teaching people how to take care of their birds or what bird to purchase. I don't know from this banner itself, we don't know what or why I care about your channel. So we're going to go over here to videos and look at your thumbnails, and we're also going to look at your titles. And I think that's all of our channels. So after this one, I believe we're done. Feel free to ask more questions if you guys have any more in the chat. And so Rob, what do you see here?
I'm seeing that I think the video creator doesn't know which direction to take their thumbnails in. We see some with the parrots in there, and then some with the video creator and the parrot in there. I think a lot of them are maybe you're probably taking the best clip from the video itself, but they're not custom created thumbnails, or that you haven't spent time building a thumbnail outside of a video content. So I think that's probably where you would definitely start. It's one of these. I would always say the example is if you took 3 of these thumbnails and then mix them in with lots of other thumbnails from different video creators, would you be able to pick out your thumbnails from your videos? And the answer is I'm not sure. I don't think we would be able to.
Yeah, and one thing I would say is look at other parrot thumbnail videos and just see how they do well. Typically, you're going to have a huge parrot face, and maybe you have like a great YouTuber expression here, and our baby condor parrot is 3 weeks old. So get yourself in there, get the bird in there kind of big, have a consistent background color. And then the other part I would say is, again, you definitely do not seem to be answering questions people are asking in the titles. The videos may actually, give advice and ask questions, but definitely start by, figuring out what people are searching for, and then making your titles and your content around that to begin with. As you're growing, you're going to grow way faster if you're able to be in front of an audience.
Jeremy, could you do me a favor? Could you do a search for, because I did an audit for this video creator at VidSummit, Marlene, so that's M-A-R-L-E-N-E, and then space MC. It's the top result. There we are, Marlene McCohen. And then just click on her channel and view her thumbnails, because she's also a parrot channel, and I think she would be a good example of thumbnails and video titles for this video creator.
Yeah, and you see, okay, so these are basically perfect. You have the background color, and obviously, you can see she started this journey when she met us, which is kind of cool. But you see the emoji there. That's amazing. You see the background color. You see a bird. These are going to stand out against a lot of other ones. Now, don't get me wrong. I think this is kind of cheesy, but at the same time, it stands out. Your job as a creator beyond making good content is to make your thumbnails pop harder than your competitors. Most channels, most organic source of traffic is from suggested. So on the videos on the right hand side. So if your thumbnails, we're spending a lot of time talking about thumbnails, but if your videos don't pop harder than these, then people will probably click on this one versus yours. Hopefully that helped. Great example, Rob. These are really well done thumbnails. All right. So, all right. I don't think we have anything else. Rob, can you send us off?
Yeah, so thank you very much to Jeremy there for his awesome expert opinions. Jeremy, if you just want to stop screen sharing, we can get you back on screen in full image there. So thank you, first of all, for downloading vidIQ. If you are completely new to the vidIQ tools, maybe spend a week or two just familiarizing yourself with all of the tools we have. We have, I think, over 40 deep dive tutorials now on the vidIQ channel, so make sure to check them out. We did some channel audits here, and I hope you found them useful. If you want to learn more about other channels, we do a lot of live stream. We do a weekly live stream to the public, where we look at all sorts of channels, just like the ones you've seen today, and we'll give all sorts of tips and tricks, which will help everybody grow their channels. And if you have any questions, I'm available on social media all of the time. Send us an email. I think the email is support@vidiq.com. We've got a dedicated help team there to answer all your questions in multiple languages. So it just leaves me to say thank you very much to Jeremy as always, and we will see you on YouTube and vidIQ wherever you are. Good luck with your channels and enjoy the rest of your video making day.